I did a video about the egg beater bow tie antenna. EEV blog had a request. If anybody knows where I can get one of these antennas cheaper than $4,000, please tell me. And of course, I remember building one. So I decided to find out my old links. Wasn't able to find them, so I looked up in a new. There's a government pamphlet on how to build radio frequency receivers and transmitters and antennas that was declassified a long time ago because it was for the public good and would allow people to build test sets for determining whether or not a piece of equipment is exceeding radio emissions rules and certifications. So I did a video where it's just a slideshow of the plans for it, information that I thought was visually interesting, and then I blindly added a video, or excuse me, an audio recording from the YouTube audio library. YouTube doesn't let you play it first. Apparently, my browser's being snubbed. It lets me do some things, but it acts broken, faking being broken. But anyway, I randomly picked one, and it was perfect. Made it eerie and scary. So here's our just answering questions with WapTek. I do hope all is well your way. Aren't you on the West Coast? I worry. That sure was an interesting set of blueprints. I won't pretend to understand very much of it, though. But I do have questions. For this mean that about all civilian electronics about to get power surged? Are we about to get our brains electromagnetically fried? Then, during and after the fallout and the likely great hunt, will the military personnel and their families, along with the imported mercenary soldiers, be enjoying their recreational vehicles with hardened systems and watching 60s through 80s reruns on their televisions that were properly shielded and grounded by the time of the HEMP? That's a type of EMP. Or am I just jumping to conclusions once again? Really, I just hope I am simply just way afar off, that these suppositions are nothing but make-believe. Cheers and blessings. Every couple of years, I'll put up a video where I go out of my way to put in, all the keywords for all the clickbaity videos and put up an icon and audio and have fun with it. But the main reason was so that I could provide a link to some other YouTuber saying, yeah, look for the scary looking video that's exactly this length, that has a link in it on all the specifications the U.S. military and the government had for making these antennas. And by the way, they're not the best antenna on the planet. They just have, the idea is to make them all consistent. If you have a voltmeter and you put it across a battery, all your voltmeters are supposed to have the same rating, from the same voltage source. That's called being consistent. Now, you could decide to make a more sensitive voltmeter that pegs the needle if you put a battery on it, but that's not going to accurately display the voltage. And that's kind of the point of these antennas. They're supposed to act like the probes for a meter that detects radio noise to a standard. And that's it. And that's the problem with them is it's easy to build them, but make them actually compliant with being to a standard is really hard. And the reason it's so expensive is it's easy to build it, and then you're sitting there for 2 weeks, literally bending something 1/18th of a degree to try to fix it not getting the right frequency response, or painting it with some magic paint or something. You get really voodoo ham operator noises and grunts when they're trying to make these things perfect. That's why they cost more. That's why it's $4,000 instead of the approximately maybe $50 to build that, and the hybrid where you have what I used to call a Yagi antenna, but a directional antenna pointed towards whatever you're testing. But yeah, that's about it. So anyway, that's it for the video for this. It's just answering questions with WapTek. It's more of a the comment that was left here is more of a treatment for a movie I'd like to watch. Man, I grew up during the 80s, and we're into this stuff. I mean, Mad Max was considered a vacation film. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that, and don't mind me. I'm just an idiot.